and happy holidays and welcome to another day of Bookmas. Today I'm doing what I call a bookshelf cleanse. I do this at the end of every single year where I will go through my bookshelves and just pull out books that I no longer find joy in, I know that I'm not going to read, as well as any ARCs that have been sitting around for a very long time. And what I do is I take all of these books and I bring them to a free little library. So I thought I would bring you guys along with me today as we go through my shelves. I have a ton of books on my floor. I have books in my closet that all need to kind of be cleaned out. It just makes me feel in a better mental health space when I declutter areas that I know have accumulated a lot of stuff over the course of a year. So we're going to be doing that with my bookshelves, with the books that are in piles around my office. So I'm definitely excited to be bringing you guys with me today. All right, so let's start with this corner right here. So this corner is my collector of all books that I really don't want corner. If there's a book that I've read and I never enjoyed, I'll put it in this corner. If it's a book that I have kept for a very long time and never got around to, or got around to and it just didn't bring me pleasure, it goes into this corner. ARCs also go into this corner. So pretty much this is the accumulation of books I no longer want. So obviously keeping my daughter's baby book, I put it here because I tend to fill it out as things happen. So that's kind of where this came from. I do have a lot of ARCs. So I have Starbringer by Tracy Wolff, that's an ARC. I have, of course, from when I was in university, I have a tarot guidebook because I was very much into tarot for a while. So this is the guidebook for it. I think the tarot cards are somewhere up there, so maybe I will include those. I do have the ARC of 5 Broken Blades, but as you can see, I also have the final copy. Usually with ARCs, I will read them if I don't want to buy them like the actual physical copy. There's this one. We have Humor Me by Kat Shook, so don't think I am going to keep that one either. Another ARC, To Kill a Shadow by Catherine Quinn. Also have this one. My understanding is you can't sell ARCs. And I talked to my local bookshop because I tend to sell books to them, and I asked her what to do with my ARCs, and she said to put them in the free little libraries. I don't know where else to put them. I don't want them accumulating in my office, especially ones that I've already read. So that's what we're gonna do. We have Stealing Infinity by Alison Noel, another ARC. A lot of these are from 2022 and earlier. Sweet Nightmares, another one by Tracy Wolff. This one came out last year. We have A Sorcerer Comes to Call. This is by Tegan Fisher. I did read this one and I really enjoyed it. So maybe I'll keep this one. And then of course The Game of God's Play by Abigail Owen is another one that I ended up I think buying the physical one for. So hopefully other people will enjoy those. Then in this area we have Fallen Gods by Rachel Van Dyken. I know that I think this is a popular TikTok one now. Of course, this is a finished one. God Killer by Hannah Kaner. I did read this one. I did not enjoy it. And if I want to pick up the other ones, I think I'm just going to go to the library. Yeah, I think so. Then this is another completely finished one, and it actually has my annotations in it. So this is Zachary and the Dragon Empire by Jiran J. Zhao. I am Zhou Zhao. I'm so sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. This is a middle grade queer magical realism. It's pretty much think of Peter Jackson and the Olympians. I don't remember much about this one, but it was enjoyable and everything. I will leave the annotations in there. I don't know if it's just me, but I really like finding books with annotations because I'm able to see other people's thoughts, and that's always really cool to me. So we have that one. Then we have Hell Followed With Us by Andrew Joseph White. This one was one that came out that I was really excited about. It's a thriller, but it's a horror, and it contains a lot of body horror, it contains monster horror, it contains just a lot of different things, and I thought I was going to really enjoy it, and it was enjoyable, but there were a lot of issues with it. So yeah, so once again, it is annotated. I hope somebody enjoys my annotations out there. Oh man, The Darkness Before Them. This is one that I had so many high hopes for, and it just ended up terrible. I only got, I think, what did I say? Yeah, I got to probably, yeah, I got halfway through this book, and it was, I couldn't do it anymore. I think it's in one of my yearly wrap-ups, and I talked about DNFing it. So yeah, so this is half annotated. Then we have Orphea and Eurydice by Elise John. This is a, I think, Roman or Greek retelling. So yeah, never got around to actually reading this one. Another tarot Bible. Then we have a graphic novel. This graphic novel I actually had to read during university for a YA Lit course. So yeah, I don't think I need it anymore. Another arc here, we have Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry. So, and then we have, so I traveled quite a bit when I was living in Europe for study abroad, and so I ended up buying a lot of travel books because of the different places. So Norway, Spain, Italy, England, all of those. Then I have Heavenbreaker by Sarah Wolf, another advanced reader copy. And then finally, In the Shadow of Lightning by Brian McClellan. So, never got around to reading this one. I think this one was gifted to me. So, definitely have a huge pile of books here that can go to the little library. Okay, now my shelves. I think most of the books that I wanted to get rid of, I did put in the corner right there. So this is a really stunning graphic novel manga. It's a manga that is actually all in color. While I do love it and it is part of my collection, I do think that somebody else will find just as much love with it. So I think that's it for my shelves. I didn't realize that I probably decluttered my shelf a little bit more than what I thought throughout the year. Not only that, of the 500 and some books that I own, I only have on my TBR shelf around 60, which is really impressive. It used to be in like the 200s, but ever since like I've kind of dialed back on buying books and everything, and I've unhauled a lot of books that haven't brought me any pleasure and there's no sense for to keep them on my shelf, I am definitely in the low numbers again, which is really nice, to be honest with you. So it's really nice to go through my shelves and realize that most of them have been read, most of them bring me joy, and that they're staying there. All right, welcome to the part of the room that I rarely share or show, I guess, because it's a mess in here. This is where I like collect a lot of my stuff, and it does need to be decluttered and everything. And I do have a declutter day coming up, but anyways, I put all of like my puzzles up here. A lot of like my travel trinkets are up in a chest box up there. My Lego boxes are up here. I have so many anthologies in here. It's crazy. What else is in here? Oh, this is a book I will never get rid of because it is my most treasured book, even though I like have it up there. But this is the original Aragon paperback, and it's still by far my favorite. I do not like the new paperbacks with their glossy covers because this one is always going to be my favorite. But you can see how many times I read this book. I think I've read this book 4 or 5 times, and I still want to reread it because it is my most favorite series as a child growing up, and it is just completely ripped to shreds. I even have literally, I don't know if you can see it, but I have tape going down and across it to keep this book together. This is like what it means to be a well-loved book. You Are a Badass, How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness, How to Adult, and all of those are being kept. I just need more shelf space. That's the problem I have here. But anyways, so I think we're good in here. Yeah. Alright, so I can't know if you see me, but here are all the books that are going to be going to a little free library. So we are going to get them in a bag and we're going to get going. Alright, so we have all 3 bags. We're only going to grab 1 bag, and the free library is, if you can see it through the sun, is right there by the swing set. So we're going to take one of these bags and we're going to bring it out there. I have still a full bag of books and I need to locate another little library. I have no idea where to go at this point. All right, so that is all the books. I have found a little free library for all the books, all 3 bags of books. It just took a little bit longer because so many of them were so full of books. And this last one, I thought it was full of books, but then I realized like things were just not put stackably. So I quickly like cleaned it up and everything and was able to fit all of the books in there. So feeling really good about it, feeling happy that I do have quite a few bags of books now gone and other people can find use for those books and find love in them when I didn't. So yeah, so there we have it. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me as I brought you along on a little adventure to little free libraries, as well as helped me declutter my bookshelves, my floors. My floors really needed to be decluttered. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if you've ever gotten a book from a little free library and what that last book was, or if you've ever donated to a little free library. I'm interested to know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in my next Bookmas video.